Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, June 17, 2025. Tax Administration Jamaica TAJ has collected over $18 billion in outstanding taxes under its Special Arrears Settlement Program. The 4-month amnesty, which ended on May 31, has relieved business persons of over $6 billion in interest, penalty, and surcharge IPS. The TAJ released a statement indicating that eventually over $30 billion in IPS will be removed from taxpayer accounts, lowering the stock of debt on the books of the agency. It says during the Special Arrears Settlement period, compliance officers made over 50,000 contacts to persons with outstanding balances. These resulted in over 10,000 taxpayers indicating a willingness to pay all or part of their principal taxes. The TAJ is advising taxpayers that it is carrying out further system configuration to automatically remove charges relating to General Consumption Tax, GCT, Special Consumption Tax, SCT, and PAYE, late payment of income tax. It is projected that this will be done by the end of July 2025. In addition, the agency says cases of IPS waiver involving manual removal will be administered as they are identified and processed by TAJ's compliance teams. The Special Arrears Settlement Program offered taxpayers an opportunity to clear their debts without the additional costs typically associated with the late filing and payments for several tax types. An agricultural protection branch has been established within the Jamaica Constabulary Force to strengthen the fight against predial larceny. It was launched on Friday by the Ministries of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining and National Security. 48 officers will be employed to the branch and operate through a network of units across the 5 area commands of the JCF, covering 19 geographic regions island-wide. Data from the police indicates that in 2024, 139 people were arrested for predial larceny, a 78% increase over 2023. 201 cases are now before the courts. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green has hailed the renewed fight against predial larceny as a major step to increase reporting of incidents and renew trust in law enforcement efforts.
It is a big deal on so many fronts. Agriculture is still our largest employer. We have 270,074 registered farmers. And I'm sure all of you know somebody who farms who is not registered. And I'm so happy that this modern JCF has recognized the critical importance of policing agriculture, of establishing a branch that treats with agricultural protection, which will ultimately protect our farmers, ultimately protect our food, and more than that, will protect our future.
Commanding Officer for the Agricultural Protection Branch, Senior Superintendent Oral Pasco, says the units will be using intelligence-led policing, drone technology, and motorbikes to boost patrols and response in hard-to-reach farming communities.
These tools help to ensure early detection, deterrence, and response to crimes in rural and agriculture communities.
The branch will operate under the JCF's Strategic Operations Portfolio to support the enforcement of laws such as the Predial Larceny Prevention Act, Agricultural Produce Act, and the Fisheries Act. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is placing a special focus on areas of shortage through this year's take-up of the Dr. Barry Wint Memorial Scholarship. Now in its second year, applications open on June 18 to graduate and postgraduate students with an overall allocation of $500 million. In his sectoral presentation recently, Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said the aim was to fill gaps in the human resource requirements for the sector.
This tranche of advertising will look to encouraging biomedical engineers, medical physics, speech therapy, 3rd and 4th year nursing and midwifery, occupational therapy, radiation therapy, and dental nurse therapy, and nursing educators. Mr. Speaker, we have to ensure that we give, and are ensuring that we give, more Jamaicans priority at all times.
The Dr. Barry Wint Scholarship Program forms a part of government efforts to train and retain talent for the health sector. According to Dr. Tufton, projections year on year are that by 2029, the scholarship program will see a gradual deployment of trained professionals to the health sector. These include approximately 190 nurses, 4 biomedical engineers, 12 social workers, 15 diagnostic imaging professionals, 10 midwives, 134 doctors, and 42 dentists. Still on health, the Portfolio Minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, says steps are being taken to change the policy for pharmaceutical approvals to make the process faster and easier. Dr. Tufton indicates that 3 major policy shifts will take place over the next year. These will include an established protocol for collaboration with the United States, United Kingdom, and European standards in drug approvals. The health minister assures that members of the public will benefit from improved service delivery as the Standards and Regulation Division overhauls its operating procedures to optimize processes for increased satisfaction. He also adds that this will address manufacturers and importers' complaints about the long delays in getting a final response to their applications for drugs.
What that means is that if a drug is approved by the US or the UK regulatory agencies or the European regulatory agencies, then it will be fast-tracked in terms of the approvals here in Jamaica. In a sense, we are relying on their interrogation of that process, and we'll establish relationships in order to do that.
Dr. Tufton says the government will also move to digitize the application process so that applicants will not have to wait for a response to determine the incomplete nature of their application, as these will be flagged in the online application while filling out forms. Meanwhile, an express window is to be established for local manufacturers who apply for approvals once they are manufacturing locally. Dr. Tufton adds that the impending policy shifts are tied to the Health Ministry's strategic goals for the modernization and improvement in customer service experience. And finally, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security has approved the resumption of operations at the Chinese-owned and operated Wholehearted Car Services Company in Ferrypen, St. Catherine. In a statement on Sunday, the ministry said it had completed its investigation into issues related to compliance with labor law at the facility.
The Ministry of Labour and Social Security welcomes foreign talent into Jamaica, but we emphasize the importance of compliance with our labor laws. We are committed to enforcing, to regulating, and to protecting the rights of Jamaican workers. And we will continue to work with the relevant agencies to ensure fair employment practices and to prevent exploitation of Jamaicans and also of any foreign workers who are working in Jamaica.
As part of the approval measures, the company must submit within 3 months of reopening a list of Jamaican workers and their contracts and wages. According to Minister Charles Jr., other conditions include the enrollment of all employees in the Heart NSTA Trust program to acquire local certification that's equivalent to their prior learning. In addition, the company should also establish an apprenticeship program in collaboration with the Jamaican German Automotive School and Heart NSTA Trust. This will allow instructors to understudy auto mechanics for skill transfer. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.